Hello, I am back, and I'm here to talk about episode 18 of Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger. Okay, so I'm gonna try and keep this one shorter than usual, because two things really only happen in this episode. The Rangers versus Trumpass, and an epic one-on-one duel between Zyuohger and the world. And no, I don't mean the world as in, the world. I mean the world as in the bad Zyuohger. Okay, so this episode immediately starts off where the last one ended, with the world. I hate saying that because it sounds like I'm giving some kind of title, but he is you all the world, kicking their asses, and they keep getting up, which actually, he says, impresses him a little bit, but he decides to turn it up a notch and summons his own Megazord, his own mecha, his own robo, whatever the heck you want to call it. It's something like, I think it's King the World or something like that, or I don't know. And he promptly kicks their asses. You probably know what his little cubes are. Cube Wolf, Cube Rhino, Cube Wolf, Cube Rhinoceros, and Cube Crocodile. Before finishing him off, because of course he can't finish them off because we still have episode time, Master Genius recalls him so that he can watch the game a little longer. After this, the group go home and are kind of obviously pissed that they just got their asses handed to them on a silver platter. And they kind of talk about their strategies for Zyuohger the world. That is when Yamato's Uncle Mario comes in dressed as a rhino and kind of pisses Leo off because, obviously, one of Zyuohger the world's main components is a rhino. Mario acts silly, as he does, because he's the comic relief character, and they all kind of get cheered up. Then, the next day, Trumpass comes down and puts people in what he calls a card deck. It's like this silly cardboard, it almost kind of looks like one of those, magician boxes where they put the swords in, and it's like, oh, I have been skilled, but I have not really. It's kind of like that. And to the people not put in these card decks, I guess I'll call them, he says, the only way to free your loved one is to turn over a card with a heart on it. As people try to do this, all the cards on all the boxes have jokers. And the Zyuohgers figure out the only way to free the people is to destroy the monster, because only the monster has the heart. Clever. Anyway, during the fight, when it looks like he's losing, Trumpass yells out Zyuohger the world's name, and that makes everyone kind of fearful. He takes his opportunity and kind of wipes out the Rangers, but then once again retreats because we need more runtime. After this fight, they all meet in the park, I think, and they're all like, we can take Zyuohger the world, we just have to be tougher. And then Yamato's like, guys, we need to admit we're scared of him if we even have a chance to fight against him. So they all say how scared they are. Tusk even says he was so scared of Uncle Mario as a rhino because he thought of Zyuohger the world that he briefly turned into a Zhu man when he fell over. And so they kind of are like, yeah, we know we're afraid, but we need to save the world. Soon after that, Trumpass comes down, does the same putting people in card deck thing as before, but this time calls out the Zyuohger the world's name way too much, and the group just kind of ignore it because they kind of assume that possibly Zyuohger the world wouldn't be there. We learn just a little bit later in this fight that they had a plan. That's where Yamato and Zyuohger the world would fight one-on-one, but I'm not even sure if they were just kind of waiting for Zyuohger the world or thought Trumpass was bluffing. I am not sure. But anyway, Zyuohger the world kicks their asses with his gun, fishing rod, boken javelin thing, and even wraps his fishing hook around Sella, which I thought was kind of funny since she's an amphibian kind of fish thing. But then Yamato actually wraps his Eagle Riser's blade around Zyuohger the world's arm so they can have a one-on-one fight. Now, not much is said here, though Zyuohger the world says, I'm impressed that you decide to take me on alone, so I'll give you the honor of fighting me one-on-one. The Rangers fight Trumpass. He's kind of pissed that his his buddy Duel the World isn't there to intimidate him, and the Rangers quickly defeat Trumpus. But now is the cool part. The fight between Yamato and the World is really, really good. The World keeps changing forms. Yamato, once the others try and form the Megazord, I'm just going to use Power Rangers terms, to defeat Trumpus, the Monster of the Week. The World is kind of thrown off that the Rangers have formed the Megazord, allowing Yamato to go Duel Gorilla. And once he goes Duel Gorilla, they seem more evenly matched, but the choreography is great during this. We also learn a little bit in the middle of the fight how Duel the World was created. He was a guy mixed with 3 other Zhu-mans, and the way Master Genius even thought to do this was because Larry gave Yamato his Duel gorilla powers, so he kind of believed that if the animal instincts or whatever could be extracted out of a Zhu-man, it could be transferred to a human, and apparently that was successful. The other thing this kind of brings up is, I guess, every Zhu-man has a cube animal. I don't know, because he doesn't have any kind of Mark of the King or anything. So I have no idea where they got him, but he's got his own Zords. And once Yamato goes Duel Gorilla, as I said, they were more evenly matched, but Duel the World actually beats Yamato, even though it was a really good close fight. Duel the World was just about to finish Yamato off when his powers gave out, and we saw this little skinny human guy kind of growling in pain, and that's where the episode left. So yeah, this is going to be very exciting for episode 19, but I really don't know how much more I can say about this. This was a fantastic episode, just for that last fight. However, I will say this. I really don't want Duel the World to join the team in the next episode. I'm sorry, but this is one of those where I'd like the villain to stay around a little bit longer. If he doesn't join the team, I'd like him to kind of be a self-serving character, a little bit like the White Ranger from Dino Thunder, where he'd occasionally, before he was completely Trent, help the Rangers, but only for selfish ends. I kind of hope that's what they do for Duel the World. Anyway, guys, this was an amazing episode. I had fun and can't wait for the next one. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.